You're watching the best high school sports broadcast produced entirely by students and adult volunteers. This is Arrow TV.
The last game played by the Arrows was on February 10th when they hosted Roosevelt. The Arrows fell to Roosevelt 48-35. They were scheduled to play in Aberdeen on Tuesday this week, which was postponed due to the weather. In this ESD matchup against Huron tonight, the Arrows will look to put the loss to Roosevelt behind them and come out with the win. The last time the Arrows faced Huron, they did come out with the victory, beating them 67-52. The Arrows will look to match that point total on offense tonight, while on defense, looking to contain Huron's Rylan Zaveski, who is averaging just under 24 points per game. The Arrows are led in scoring by juniors Jake Olson, 10 points per game, Caden Beauchamp, 7 points per game, Cohen Kranz, 8 points per game, and Dylan Rodden at 9 points per game. Keys to success for the Arrows tonight are going to be the defensive pressure, and they're going to try to not allow Zaveski to get into rhythm to get into that 20-point total range. They're going to have to limit their turnovers, make the easy shots, and find a way to get to the free throw line. Their last game, the Arrows did not shoot a single free throw against Roosevelt. The Huron Tigers come in tonight with a record of 7-10. Tigers have lost their last two matchups, which are against Yankton and Pierre. Huron has a bit of size advantage tonight, but it does appear that their success so far has been determined by Rylan Zaveski. And if he's able to control the game and the tempo for the Tigers, he comes in, like I said, averaging right around 23 to 24 points per game. The next in line for the Tigers is Dylan Lichty at 8 points per game, followed by a few other players that contribute around the 5 to 6 point per game average. Also, just want to mention that a milestone can also be reached tonight by Rylan Zaveski, as he only needs 9 more points to reach that career 1,000 mark on the point total. Did get a chance to meet with head coach for the Tigers, Tim Budenhagen, on what he wants to see from his team against the Arrows tonight. He said the last time they played, the Arrows were just tougher than them. They need to make sure that they play strong defense and bring that intensity to try to force some turnovers while limiting turnovers on their end. So he expects that they should move the ball well and cut down on them turnovers and find a way to get their shooters easy open shots. Now we're going to look at the starting lineups for tonight. For Huron, we're going to see number 10, a 5'11" junior, Dylan Lichty. Number 23, a 6'4" senior guard, Mason Davis. Number 24, a 5'11" junior guard, CJ Gainey. Number 40, a 6'4" senior forward, Dawson Rogers. And number 32, the 6'3" senior guard, Rylan Zaveski. For your home team, the Watertown Arrows, we're going to see number 4, a 6' junior guard, Dylan Rodden. Number 10, a 6' junior guard, Cohen Kranz. Number 15, a 6' junior forward, Marcus Rabine. Number 5, 6'3" junior forward, Caden Beauchamp. And number 20, a 6'2" junior forward, Jake Olson. We got just about 2 minutes left before we hear from tonight's in-game announcer, Sam Mooney. And then we'll hear the national anthem also being played tonight by the Watertown High School Band under the direction of Austin Fordham. So we're just moments away from getting this ESD matchup going. We'll be right back with you right before tip-off.
Civic Arena. Tonight we are pleased to welcome our guests, the players, coaches, and fans from Huron. Tonight's officials are Jerry Beers, Matt Cadwell, and Andrew Gross. Positive treatment of these officials will be expected at all times. Failure to do so could result in removal from this event. At this time, we ask you to stand for the national anthem. The anthem will be played by the Watertown High School Band under the direction of Austin Fordham. Please show the proper respect to the flag by removing your hat and stand at attention with your right hand over your heart. Veterans and active duty personnel not in uniform may salute the flag. First, let's meet the Arrow cheerleaders. Brooklyn Dahl, Natalie Benson, Erica Stodham, Lauren Keller, Alexis Olson, Annabelle Brendan, Gracie Ryder. The Arrow cheerleader advisor is Mallory Hoffman. Athletic training services and care of our athletes are provided by Prairie Lake Sports Medicine through certified athletic trainers Michelle Lethuser and Jeff Hochschild in collaboration with area doctors from Brown Clinic and Glacier Lake Orthopedics. Arrow care close to home. Now for the starting lineups for the visiting Huron Tigers. A 5'10" senior guard, number 10, Dylan Lichty. A 6'4" senior guard, number 23, Mason Davis. A 5'11" junior guard, number 24, CJ Gainey. A senior 6'3" guard, number 32, Raylan Zavisky. And a 6'4" forward senior, number 40, Dawson Rogers. The assistant coaches are Bryce Anderson, Spencer Staley, Jim Noyes, and the head coach of the Huron Tigers is Tim Budenhagen. And now it is Arrow time! A 6-foot junior, number 4, guard, Dylan Rodden. Number 5, a 6'3" junior forward, Caden Bojam. A guard, a 6-foot junior, number 10, Cohen Kranz. Junior forward, 6'1", number 15, Marcus Rabine. And a 6'2" forward, junior, number 20, Jake Olson. The assistant coaches for your Watertown Arrows are Garrett Priest, Zach Tobin, Tom Mattingly, and Matty Kranz. The head coach is Pat McClemens.
All right, folks, we're back on Watertown Arrow Activities YouTube for the start of this matchup. Players are just entering the court. Watertown head coach Pat McClemens, assisted by Matty Kranz, Tommy Mattingly, Zach Tobin, Garrett Priest. Huron's head coach, Tim Budenhagen, assisted by Jim Noye, Spencer Staley, and Bryce Anderson. Let's get this matchup rolling. Opening tip is controlled by the Arrows. Rabine gets it to Rodden. He's going to set up the offense in the half court. Moves it to Jake Olson to Beauchamp. Gets it to Kranz. Kranz dribbles to the paint. Nothing there. Kicks it back out. Ball's entered to Rabine, who finds an open Beauchamp. Beauchamp knocks down the first bucket of the game on the assist by Rabine. Arrows off to a good start on the first possession. Huron comes back down. Zaveski steps back, has Rabine fall over. He shoots long rebound after the miss by Rodden. So Arrows come back down, and Jake Olson finds a top of the key three, which is no good. Rebound controlled by Huron, Zaveski. Zaveski in a bit of a pickle here as he picks up his dribble. Guarded strongly by Rabine. He finds number 10, Dylan Lichty, who drives to the bucket and misses. Rebound goes to Olson. Olson takes the pass from Rabine. Looks for Kranz on a cut, nothing there. Takes a couple dribbles, moves it to Beauchamp, and finds Rodden in the right corner. Goes right back to Beauchamp. We're going to have a foul on Zaveski. Arrows are going to take the ball out under their own bucket. So first foul of the day. Rodden to inbound the ball. Throws a lob pass up to Rabine at the top of the key. Moves it to Beauchamp. Beauchamp hesitating a little bit. Looks like we're going to have a... Not quite sure what happened down there. If maybe the bench got worn for something. Nonetheless, the Arrows are going to inbound on the sideline. Referee pointed at the Tigers bench, and now he's going to tee them up as Budenhagen gets a technical. So really early, not happy with how things are going right away, and Coach Budenhagen finds himself getting a technical foul. So that's going to bring Cohen Kranz to the free throw line. First free throw by Kranz is good. He's going to have one more attempt. Second one is also good. So Cohen Kranz puts both of the technical free throws in. And the Arrows will remain with the ball as Olson to inbound at half court. He gets the ball into Rodden. Rodden to the top of the key, gives it to Rabine. Olson comes off a screen from Rodden, nothing there at the top. Rodden is able to take a couple drives, put up a shot, and he is going to be fouled. So Rodden's going to go to the line to shoot two as well. And Zaveski picks up his second foul with 1 minute and 40 seconds into the game, so he's going to have to take a seat on the bench for a little while. So their leading scorer is going to go to the bench with 2 fouls, and number 42, Anderson Porsche, is going to be coming in for him after the first free throw from Rodden. First one by Rodden is good. Second free throw is also good by Rodden. So Arrows are doing their part and getting to the free throw line. One via a foul and two via a technical. Tigers come back down, and right away Anderson Porsche tries to go by Rabine, and Rabine is going to be called for his first foul. We'll reset the shot clock for the Tigers as Lichty will inbound the ball. He tries to get it to Gainey, but turns it over. Marcus Rabine gets the steal, and he comes all the way down and unable to finish the layup. So he does get a steal off the inbound and then cannot finish the layup. And then we're going to have an and one on the other end as Lichty comes down, and he's able to finish the contested layup, and is fouled on the play as well. The foul is going to go against Beauchamp. It's going to be his first of the game. Lichty's free throw, long off the back iron. Rebound comes down to Beauchamp. Arrows come back down on offense, get the ball down to Rabine, who finds Rodden, gets it right back to Rabine, gets a little pump fake. Nothing there. Rodden also puts up a little pump fake, able to go around Gainey, and he's able to put his shot in for his first bucket of the game. Arrows looking strong right away, shooting the ball well and getting to the line. Exactly what they wanted to do. Huron comes back down, and Mason Davis puts up a three, but he's unable to make that three. Arrows come down with the rebound. Cohen Cran's back the other way, tries to put up a three, unable to make that. And we're going to have another foul as there was some pressure up the floor. Looks like that might go on Beauchamp as well. That's going to be his second of the game. So he's going to go take a seat on the bench as Hesh and Mitch Olson will come into the game. Moding takes the ball up the court, moves it over to Porsche. Porsche kicks it to Davis and finds Rogers in the short corner on the right side. He's pressured hard by Rabine as he picked up his dribble. He does get the pass back to Porsche, and hustle play by Mitch Olson as he's able to get the ball from Porsche for his first steal of the game. Hesh back on offense, moves it to Rodden on the right perimeter. Rodden, a little fancy dribble work, nothing there as he's guarded strongly by Moding. Ball moves all the way across the perimeter and then almost all the way back to the perimeter, but Rodden's able to drive. He's not able to finish the shot as he misses the finger roll layup that was heavily contested. Huron comes right back down the floor. Offensive rebound by Moding after a shot was missed. So the Huron Tigers will get another chance at it. Porsche with a spin move. He's going to be fouled, but looks like he was trying to pass it, but I think the official said he was in the act of shooting, so it looks like he's going to go to the line for two. The foul was on Dylan Rodden, his first of the game. Porsche's first free throw is good. Jake Olson and Will Ingstrom into the game for the Arrows, as Zaveski is back in for the Tigers, as well as Rogers. Second free throw is good. Tigers come up with a little man-to-man pressure. Arrows able to escape it. Jake Olson setting up the offense for the Arrows, gets it to Rodden. Rodden guarded by Zaveski, moves the ball over to Ingstrom, finds Olson with a little mismatch maybe down on the elbow, gets the ball back to Rodden. Rodden puts a spin move, unable to finish the 3-foot shot again, and the Tigers come away with the rebound. Moding moves the ball to Zaveski. Zaveski kicks it all the way across the perimeter to Dawson Rogers, right back to Zaveski as he's guarded by Mitch Olson. Tries a step back, nothing there on the shot. Porsche takes a couple strong dribbles left, puts up a forced shot, and somehow got that thing to fall in. So Porsche with a tough bucket. Cut the lead to 2 with 2:55 left in the first quarter. Hesh moves the ball to Rodden up top, finds Will Ingstrom on the right perimeter. Fakes a shot, tries to dribble, loses control of the dribble, so the Arrows kick it around the perimeter and gets it to Jake Olson. Olsen misses the shot from the free throw line. Rebound goes to the Tigers. Zaveski with a little step back. He thought about putting up a shot, unable to get anything going there. Moves it to the number 40, Dawson Rogers, who kicks it to Porsche in the corner, and he's got nothing on the drive. So Tigers set back up on the perimeter. And number 40, Dawson Rogers, puts up a three. No good there. Rebound goes to Hesh, and he's going to go all the way. And he's going to miss the layup, and the ball is going to go out of bounds in favor of Huron. Actually, I think they called a foul on Mitch Olsen. So that's going to be the Arrows' 5th team foul of the first quarter. So number 23, Mason Davis, checks into the game for the Tigers. Porsche kicks it to Zaveski at the top of the key. Zaveski tries to get by Rabine, and Rabine's going to get called for the block. That's going to be Marcus's 2nd foul as well. And the Arrows are getting awful close here as they're 1 foul away before the Tigers are already in the bonus. And we're not even through the first quarter yet. Number 23, Mason Davis, puts a little spin move off the inbounds and misses the layup. Arrows back on offense with Olsen at the top of the key, heavily guarded by Gainey. Olsen tries to go by Gainey. He puts up a tough contested shot, and he's going to be fouled on that shot attempt by Gainey. So Jake Olsen is going to be going to the line for 2 free throws as well. So minute 33 left in the first period. We've already seen 10 fouls between both teams. First free throw is good for Olsen. And Hesh is going to come back into the game for Rabine. As we wait, 2nd free throw for Olsen. And then we're going to have a lane violation on Hesh. The free throw was good, but it will not count, as Hesh got a little excited and entered into the lane before the ball came anywhere close to the rim. So Huron will take back over. Zaveski gets the ball to Moding, kicks it to Gainey, tries to get a cutting Zaveski, nothing there, so they swings it back to Porsche at the top of the key. Arrow's doing a really good job guarding Zaveski. Number 23, Mason Davis with a shot attempt, nothing there. Zaveski hustle play with the rebound, but unable to control the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds on the loose ball. Rodden back in the game for the Arrows. 1:08 left in the first quarter. Huron looking like they may be trying to set up like a full court trap. They sink back to the half court defense as they're unable to get anything. Kranz finds Olsen in the corner. He takes a couple dribbles and kicks the ball all the way across the court to Rodden. Rodden moves it to Kranz. Kranz unable to hit the three. Rebound Tigers as they're back down quickly. Number 40, Dawson Rogers with the layup as he's able to get a quick 2. Arrows lead by 1. 20 seconds remain in the first quarter. Will Engstrom on the drive. He's going to get called for the travel, though. So turnover goes to the Arrows, and the Tigers will try to settle for the last shot of the quarter. 15 seconds remain. Moding gets the ball to Zaveski. Zaveski guarded by Engstrom as he's able to drive around him. Gets kind of bogged up down low, but nonetheless he's able to finish over 2 defenders for his first 2 points of the game. Rodden tries to get up a shot from half court, but clock runs out, and The quarter is over, so the Huron Tigers take the lead on the last few seconds of the quarter as Zaveski is able to finish that too, so they are ahead 10-9. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be right back as soon as the second quarter begins. All right, we're back on the Watertown Aero Activities YouTube for the start of the second quarter. Arrows 9, Tigers 10. On the floor for the Tigers, we're going to see Gainey, Davis, Zaveski, Lichty, and Porsche. Arrows come out with Kranz, Rodden, Jake Olson, Will Ingstrom, and Caden Beauchamp. First possession goes to the Tigers. Zaveski, guarded by Ingstrom, gets the ball into the paint to Gainey. Gainey tries to get a pass to Lichty, but the pass is tipped by Rodden. Out of bounds, possession Huron. Lichty to inbound the ball to Porsche. Porsche kicks it to Mason Davis, puts up a three, no good. Rebound goes to Caden Beauchamp. Rodden down the floor, gets it to Will Ingstrom, who skips it to the top of the key to Jake Olson for three. Wide open Jake Olson, he hits his first three-point field goal of the game. And the assist goes to Ingstrom. Tigers back on offense. Long pass cross court to Lichty, no good. And number 23, Mason Davis, is able to tip the rebound to Zaveski, and he gets down into the paint, but the shot attempt is going to be blocked by Jake Olson. Arrows come back down, and Cohen Kranz is the recipient of a nice pass from Beauchamp. He wasn't able to find anything in the paint, and Kranz hits his first three-point field goal of the game. Tigers come quickly back down on offense, and we're going to have a tie-up as Beauchamp and looks like Porsche were both possessing the ball at that time. Jump ball goes in favor of the Arrows. Tigers back with that little man-to-man pressure. Rodden gets down the floor, set up the offense, moves it to Olson. Olson swings to Beauchamp and gives it to Rodden in the left corner. Rodden loses the ball, and the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover Arrows. Mitch Olson comes into the game for Caden Beauchamp. Gainey brings the ball up the floor for the Tigers. Kicks it over to Mason Davis, who is wide open for three, unable to get the three to go. Rebound goes to Dylan Rodden. He comes down the floor quickly, hits Cohen Kranz at the top of the key, and he's going to put up a three, which is good again. So Cohen Kranz hits his second three of the game. He's 2 for 4 so far this half, as Rodden's able to make up for that little turnover on the last possession and find the wide open three-point shooter. Arrows jump up early in the second period, 18-10. Timeout Tigers. Quick 30-second timeout as Budenhagen just wants to kind of regroup his team. Just remind them, hey, we still got a lot of time left to play, so let's try to get it together. Get back on defense, focus on that intensity like he was pre-game telling me that he wanted to have his team do. Tigers get the ball after the timeout. Gainey comes on the floor, gets it to Porsche. Looks like he almost got away with a travel there as he took a step and a half or so before he put in a dribble down. Number 32, Zaveski, tries to drive around Engstrom. And he's just heavily guarded by Engstrom right now. He has to kick the ball back out to Porsche, and Porsche gets down low, unable to finish a shot. Offensive rebound goes to, that was Porsche that had the offensive rebound. The shot was attempted by Rogers. Ball gets back to Porsche, and he puts up a shot. Unable to get that one to go, and Cohen Kranz comes down with the rebound for the Arrows. Okay, come back down quickly, and Jake Olson puts up a three, which is no good. Looks like it maybe went off the shot clock, so possession will go to the Tigers, and we're going to see Rabine and Hesh come back in for the Arrows. Zaveski letting the ball roll up the court just a little bit. He comes down the floor and goes quickly by Rabine, and he's able to get the shot off, which is good. And Rabine's going to get called for the block, so Rabine picks up his third foul of the game, as Zaveski will go to the line for the and one. His free throw is good, brings him up to 5 points. He is now 4 points away from that 1,000-point career mark. Arrows get back down from the full court press. Kranz moves it to Rodden. Rodden goes right by Dylan Lichty. Unable to get the layup to go, but he is fouled by Lichty. So Rodden is going to go to the free throw line for his third and fourth attempt of the game. And that free throw is good. We're going to have a substitution. Will Engstrom's going to come back in the game for Mitch Olson. Rodden's second attempt, good as well. So the Arrows have been to the line 8 times already this half. They've made all their free throws, but the one did not count from the lane violation earlier. Tigers back down on offense. Lichty moves it to Rogers. He's trying to get the ball down low to Zaveski. It's posted up on Engstrom. Said he takes the ball in, gives a little spin move, unable to make the shot. Will Engstrom comes away with the rebound, and he is going to be fouled by Rogers. That's going to be his first of the game. Mason Davis is going to come into the game for him. Next foul by the Tigers will result in the bonus for the Arrows as well. Rodden just about loses the ball on the backcourt violation and gets it back, and then he steps on the line and gets called for the over and back. Coach Clemens not happy about that, as he hopes to get that ball a little bit further just to start the offense and not be so close to that half-court line. Zaveski, a little pump fake, unable to get the shot off. Dishes the ball to Moding, and the ball goes right back to Zaveski, and he's blocked, but the Tigers do retain possession and get it right back to Zaveski, and he's able to put it in for 2, as he was bumped a little bit in the face, but there was no call on the shot. So Zaveski now has 7 points, 2 points away from that 1,000-point mark. Arrows back on offense. Rodden tries to dribble to the right. Has to kick the ball back out to Engstrom as nothing was there. Ball swung to the left corner to Kranz as he finds Engstrom in the short corner. Engstrom then kicks it out to Jake Olson, who is unable to hit from three-point range. Rebound goes to the Tigers. And we're going to have a turnover on the pass as number 42 Anderson Porsche was unable to control the pass, so Arrows will take back possession. Rodden guarded by Lichty up top. Moves it to Engstrom. Gives it to Jake Olson. Olson finds Mitch Olson at the top of the key, and he gives it to Rodden, who's open for three, and he's able to hit that three. So nice boost a little momentum there for the Arrows. And a tough rebound by Cohen Kranz. And bobbled the ball a little bit as he went down, so there was no travel call. Arrows come back down on offense. Mitch Olson gives it to Rodden up top. Rodden to Kranz. Engstrom down on the block. Kicks it back up to Jake Olson. Gives it right back to Engstrom. He drives into the lane, and he's going to get called for the charge. So offensive foul by Will Engstrom. That's going to be the 8th team foul of the half. Tigers will take possession after the foul. 2:35 remain in the first half. Gavin Moding brings the ball up the court, gives it to Zaveski. Zaveski gets down on the low block, goes up for a shot, and he's fouled, so he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 more. As Engstrom picks up his 2nd foul of the game. Zaveski's first opportunity is good. So Zaveski's 1 point away from the 1,000-point mark, and conveniently he's shooting a free throw. So we'll see if he's able to get that out of the way early. And he is not able to, as that free throw rolls in and out, and the rebound comes down to Cohen Kranz. So we'll just have to wait a little bit longer for Rylan Zaveski's 1,000th point. Jake Olson in the corner, takes a couple dribbles on Zaveski. Nothing there, kicks it back to Rodden. Rodden gives it right back to Olson for 3. 3 is no good. Good hustle play by Mitch Olson, but he's unable to get the ball back in play. So the Tigers will take possession. Rogers comes back into the game for the Tigers, and Jack Hesch also checks back into the game for Will Engstrom. Moding, guarded by Rodden, moves the ball over to Mason Davis. Davis tries to throw the ball cross court to Moding, and he throws the ball out of bounds. Turnover, Tigers. Number 42, Anderson Porsche, back in the game for Rylan Zaveski. Coach Budenhagen does not want him to pick up his 3rd foul of the game, so he's going to rest Zaveski a little bit. Arrows back on offense. Rodden gets a screen from Olson up top, loses control of the ball, but does get it back. Ball swung all the way to the corner to Mitch Olson. He puts up a shot, which is no good. His first attempt of the game. Rebound Tigers. They come right back down, and Dawson Rogers tried to go behind the back, lost control of the ball, but Porsche is right there to collect the loose ball. Shot by Rogers is no good, and Hesch comes down with his 2nd rebound of the game. As we're just about to 1 minute, Kranz comes right back down the floor and hits his 3rd 3-point field goal of the game. Assisted by Hesch. Arrows lead now extended to 10 with 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Tigers come right back down, and a 3-point field goal is no good for Rogers. Rebound goes to Cohen Kranz. And the Arrows come right back down the floor quickly as Rodden tries to spin move and get a quick layup to maybe get a 2-for-1, and that's not there. And Mitch Olson has another hustle play there, but he's just not able to get to the ball before it rolled out of bounds. So the Tigers will take the last shot of the half. Moding brings the ball up the floor. As Gainey and Rogers set a double screen for Mason Davis with nothing there. So he skips it all the way to Gainey. 8 seconds left. We're going to have a step back three by Dawson Rogers, which is no good, long off the glass. Rebound goes to Hesh with 1 second left. He's going to have to put something up from half court. No good. So end of the first half, Arrows 26, the Tigers 16. We'll be right back with you with the first half stats.
All right, folks, grab your airplanes and get ready for flight. It's time for the Prairie Lakes Healthcare System paper airplane toss.
Some call us heroes, angels, miracle workers. Honestly, we're just doing what we do when we really care about someone.
All right, we're back on Watertown Arrow activities at the end of the first half. The Arrows lead 26-16 over the Huron Tigers. First half action for the Tigers. Dylan Lichty has 2 points on 1 for 3 from the field. He's 0 for 1 from the three-point line with 1 free throw attempted. He has 2 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 1 foul. Rylan Zaveski has 8 points on 3 for 6 from the field. He's 0 for 1 from three-point range and has 2 free throws made, 3 attempted. He's got 3 rebounds and 2 fouls. Dawson Rogers with 2 points on 1 for 6 from the field. He's 0 for 2 from the three-point line. He has 1 rebound. And Anderson Porsche has 4 points on 1 for 2 shooting from the field and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. He's tallied 3 rebounds and 1 turnover so far on the night. For first half, 16 points on 6 for 18 shooting, 0 for 6 from the three-point land for the Tigers. Free throws, they are 4 for 6 for 67%. 13 total team rebounds, only 1 assist. 6 team fouls the first half and 6 turnovers for the Arrows. We have Jack Hesch with 3 rebounds. Dylan Rodden so far has tallied up 9 points on 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 1 from the three-point land, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. He's got 1 assist, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers. Caden Beauchamp has 2 points on 1 for 1 from the field, 3 rebounds. He's got 2 fouls on the evening. Cohen Kranz leading the way with 11 points as he's 3 for 4 from three-point land and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. And Jake Olson has tallied 4 points. He is 1 for 5 from three-point land. 1 free throw out of 2 attempts, 1 rebound. Tallying 26 points. The Arrows are shooting pretty well. So far, they're about 91% from the three-point line. Oh, we got a little error here on the stats. 1 second here. That looks a little bit better. So far the Arrows are shooting just under 40% from three-point land. They're hitting 88% of their free throws. 11 total team rebounds, so the Tigers are winning that category so far. Assist category to the Arrows, 4. So the Arrows doing a really good job getting down low and getting to that charity stripe, which is making a big difference in this game. Remember, last game they did not shoot a single free throw. They've already went to the line 8 times the first half. Defensive-wise, Raylan Zaveski has those 8 points, but he's being heavily guarded by Will Engstrom and Mitch Olson as they're just kind of going back and forth with him. So good job on those two holding Zaveski to 8 points. And a reminder that he is 1 point away from that 1,000-point mark for his career, which is a pretty big feat for anybody. So we'll keep it updated with that. We expect him to get to that mark by the end of this game. So we got about 40 seconds left before the second half is underway. We'll be right back with you for second half action in tonight's AA boys basketball game. Alrighty, we're about to get this second half underway. The Tigers will start with possession. We are going to see Lichty, Gainey, Zaveski, Rogers, and Davis. Arrows come with Kranz, Jake Olson, Rodden, Beauchamp, and Rabine. Tigers' first shot of the game is, or second half, is Raveski from the right corner. It is no good, and the ball is tipped out of bounds by the Arrows. So fresh shot clock. Tigers will inbound the ball underneath their own basket. Inbound goes to Mason Davis as he's wide open for three. Three goes off back iron, off the shot clock. So the Arrows will take over for their first possession of the second half. Huron comes out in that little man-to-man full court press. Arrows beat it. We'll weave up top between Rodden, Kranz, and Olson. Eventually gets to Rodden. Ball is stripped away by Rogers, but picked up by Kranz. He moves it back to Rodden, who has Rabine in the post. Rabine moves it all the way around to the perimeter to Cohen Kranz. Rabine gets the ball back from Kranz, puts up a shot, which is no good. So Rabine's first attempt of the second half is no good. Raveski comes down the floor and goes up. He is going to be fouled by, looks like Cohen Kranz. So Rylan Zaveski will go to the free throw line to attempt 2. Needs one of these to go in for that 1,000th point. And it is good. So Rylan Zaveski hits his 1,000th career point for the Huron basketball program. So congratulations to Rylan Zaveski on making that milestone. Second free throw is also good. Arrows come back down the court. Cohen Kranz moves it to Rabine. Kranz gets a screen from Beauchamp. Nothing there on the back door. Beauchamp moves it back to Rabine. Rabine puts up a little pump fake on Zaveski and drives all the way into the lane. Nothing there. Gives it to Rodden, who kicks it right to Beauchamp, who unable to get the 15-footer to go. Tigers come back down, and we're going to have a turnover as Rodden gets a steal. Zaveski loses control of the ball. Rodden gives a little pump fake on the pass and takes it up for the finger roll layup as he juked the defender, as the defender thought that he was going to give the ball to Kranz. Little did he know that he was actually going to fake the pass and go up for the easy layup. .24. CJ Gainey hits a 3. Arrows come right back down, and Rabine's going to go to the free throw line as Dawson Rogers picks up his first foul. So 2 shots coming from Rabine. First one is no good. Second attempt is no good as well. Yeah, Tigers come right back down off the rebound, and Zaveski gets almost a 3/4 court pass as he's able to finish the easy, wide-open left-handed layup. Cuts the lead to 5. Arrows back down on offense. Kranz gives it to Beauchamp on the low post as he puts a little spin move on Rogers. He's unable to get the bucket to go, but Rabine got the offensive rebound, give them a second chance. He gets the ball right back down the low post, but he's blocked by Zaveski. Tigers come back down with Gainey. Gainey puts up a 3, no good. Rebound goes to Beauchamp. Beauchamp at the top of the key, moves it to Kranz for a 3-point field goal. It's good, so Cohen Kranz stays hot as he hits his 4th 3-pointer of the game off the assist from Caden Beauchamp. Tigers come right back down the floor. Zaveski looks to put up a shot, might have got blocked by Beauchamp. Tigers come right back down with it, and number 23, Mason Davis, puts up a 3, which is good. So the Tigers follow up with the 3-point field goal of their own to bring it back to 5 points, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout by the Tigers. As once again we hear from the announcer congratulating Rylan Zaveski on his 1,000th career point. Tigers brought a little bit of their student body here tonight to join in the moment with Rylan Zaveski. Arrows will take possession after the timeout. As Kranz inbound to Rodden, who's picked up full court. Kranz does get it into Rodden. Tigers kind of back off the pressure a little bit as Hesh is into the game. He takes the ball at the top, moves it over to Rodden. Rodden gets it up to the high post to Beauchamp, who brings it back to the top of the key. Moves it over to Hesh, gets it to Engstrom down on the low post. And he gives it to Rodden at the top. Rodden drives, finds a nice dump pass to Beauchamp. Beauchamp is able to finish that. So Rodden with a nice assist to Caden Beauchamp. Tigers come right back down and get a layup. Arrows back on offense. Engstrom to Rodden. Rodden with some fancy dribble work. Tries to get by Zaveski. He kicks the ball up top. Nobody there, but Hesh is able to run the ball down before it goes out of bounds. Beauchamp eventually gets the ball down low, and he puts a nice little reverse layup over Rogers. So Beauchamp, a couple quick buckets this second half, as he's 2 for 4 the second half, and the Tigers come right back down again with no defensive pressure from the Arrows. We're going to have a foul on the shot by Dylan Rodden. The basket is good. So Dylan Lichty will go to the line to shoot 1. So just when you think the Arrows get some momentum on offense and increase the lead, the Tigers come right back down and get 2 easy buckets. Coach McClemens is not happy with the way the defense is working right now, so he's going to take a quick timeout and discuss with his team a little bit of the importance of getting back on defense and not allowing them easy transition buckets. After the quick timeout, we still have the free throw attempt for Dylan Lichty. As the players get set. Lichty looks to make this a 4-point game. Free throw is good. And CJ Gainey will come into the game for Lichty. Engstrom inbounds to Rodden as Arrows are still picked up full court. They're able to escape the pressure. Kranz, top of the key, moves it to the left to Rodden. Rodden goes down to Kranz, and Gainey's going to get called for the foul as he tried to reach over Colin Kranz to deflect the ball, but got a little bit of the body. Arrows will inbound, fresh 35-second shot clock. Kranz gets it to Rodden. Rodden dribbles all the way to the top of the key. Gives it to Jake Olson down low, who's got a mismatch as he is able to body number 12. Unable to get the shot off, but Cohen Kranz comes away with the steal. And he's able to finish the 2-point field goal. So Olson unable to finish. Kranz gets the steal and is able to finish. Arrows extend the lead to 6. Tigers come back down on offense. Zaveski takes the ball down into the paint and is able to finish the shot over Will Engstrom. So he continues to have himself a night. He's at 16 points for the evening. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Rodden, a couple dribbles to the left, puts up a shot. It's just off the front iron, off the glass. Does not go down. Tigers back on offense, looking to cut this to a 1-possession game as Zaveski puts up a shot, unable to get it to go, and the rebound goes down to Engstrom. Jake Olson at the top of the key. Maybe thought about taking the shot. Decided not to. Gets it to Kranz, who gives it right back to Olson, who is guarded by Moding. Ball is swung all the way around to Engstrom. Gives it to Kranz in the corner. He's got a lob pass to Olson, and he's going to be fouled on the shot, and it's going to be good. So Jake Olson is going to go to the line for 2 as he's able to finish the tough layup off the nice pass from Kranz. Beauchamp comes into the game, as well as Rabine for the Arrows, as Olson looks to complete the and one. And that free throw is good. Extends the lead to 7. 2 minutes remain in the third quarter. CJ Gainey comes down the floor, tries to get something quick, but kicks the ball back out and gets it to Zaveski. And Zaveski is going to turn the ball over as he didn't think Gainey was going to try to get a little backdoor cut, and he threw the ball to the Tigers bench. Engstrom back on offense for the Arrows. Gives it to Rodden. Moves it to Jake Olson. Beauchamp to the top of the key. Gives it back to Olson, and he's going to turn the ball over as he throws the ball to Gainey. Zaveski comes back down quickly, puts up looked like a 2-point field goal as his foot was on the line. And that shot is going to be short on the attempt. Arrows back on offense. Beauchamp working down low against Gainey, and he's able to get another reverse layup to go in. So Beauchamp having himself a good second half. Tigers come back down, and we're going to have a foul called on, I believe, Will Engstrom. That's going to be Engstrom's third. And we're going to see Kranz come back into the game and give Rodden a little bit of a breather with 1 minute left in the third. Inbound lob pass over to Rogers. Tigers look to get something set up. Rogers tries to drive, guarded by Beauchamp, unable to get down in the lane. He moves it to Davis, who finds Gainey across court for 3. 3 is no good. The rebound goes to Cohen Kranz. Arrows come back down, and Olson puts up a shot, kind of knocked Gainey over. Olson is unable to make that shot. Tigers come right back down, and we're going to have an offensive foul called as looks like a moving screen was set. By Dawson Rogers. So that's going to be his second foul of this half, third of the game. Hesh into the game. Give Marcus Rabine a quick breather. Rogers will also go have a seat as we're going to see Colton McNeil for the first time. Arrows look to try to get the last shot of the third quarter. 20 seconds remain in the quarter. Olson moves it to Kranz. Kranz finds Rodden on the left perimeter. Rodden brings the ball back up with 10 seconds. Gives it to Beauchamp. Beauchamp looked for a back cut with Hesh, unable to get so, but gets it to Olson. Olson gets to the paint, puts a spin move on, and puts up the 7 to 8 foot shot, which is good. So Jake Olson with his second field goal of the third quarter comes with 3 seconds remaining, which extends the Arrows' lead to 11. End of the third quarter, Arrows 44, Tigers 33. We'll take a quick break and be back for the fourth quarter. All right, we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. It's going to be Arrows ball. For the Arrows, we'll see Rabine, Rodden, Beauchamp, Kranz, and Olson, the 5 starters. Huron comes out with Gainey, Davis, Lichty, Zaveski, and Rogers. Quick pass from Rabine on the back cut to Rodden. Rodden's able to finish for 2. Great pass by Marcus Rabine to find the open Rodden. Tigers come back down. Gainey on the right perimeter, guarded by Rodden. He puts a spin move on Rodden, and he's going to get called for the carry. So a quick turnover the fourth period for the Tigers. Good defensive stance for the Arrows. Kranz gets across half court, but we're going to have a timeout called beforehand as he was creeping up on that 10-second mark. Coach McClemens is going to call a full timeout. Arrows 46, Tigers 33. We'll be back shortly after that timeout. All right. After the timeout, Arrows will inbound to half court. Inbound goes to Kranz, who gives it right back to Rodden. Arrows doing a little 3-man weave up top. Get the ball back to Rodden as he drives and just gets a pass to Kranz as it was just about picked off by number 32, Rylan Zaveski. Ball eventually works its way to Jake Olson. He goes up for a shot, and Gainey fouls him on that shot. So Jake Olson will go to the line for his second and third attempt of this second half. First free throw by Olson is short. Off the front iron. Olson regroups for his second attempt. Second attempt, money. Arrows extend the lead to 14 early in this fourth quarter. Tigers come back down. Mason Davis gets in a little trouble, picks up his dribble, is able to find Rogers, who may have got away with a little shove. Rogers gives it to Davis. Davis unable to hit the 3, but the rebound goes to Zaveski, who is able to finish the second chance opportunity. So Zaveski now has 18 on the game as he's creeping up to his average. Ball is thrown from Kranz to Beauchamp. Beauchamp unable to handle it, and the officials say that the ball went off of Beauchamp's knee. So turnover by the Arrows. Tigers back on offense. Rogers has the ball in the corner. Finds Zaveski, and there's Zaveski going to put up a 3. Hit the 3 over Beauchamp as he was left just enough room to put up a shot that was uncontested. Arrows come back on offense, and Rabine finds a wide open Beauchamp down low. So a nice feed from Rabine again to an open Beauchamp. Tigers come back down the floor and get a wide open three. And Mason Davis is the recipient of a pass from Dawson Rogers for a wide open three as he's able to knock that down. So once again, the Arrows get something going on offense and just having a hard time finding their place on defense, just giving the Tigers easy shots. Beauchamp backs in down to the low block, and he gets double teamed, but he is able to find Jake Olson, who knocks down his first three-point field goal of the second half. Tigers come right back down on offense and get another quick two-point field goal by Lichty. But just like that, Dylan Rodden is able to match that on a quick two-point layup the other way. And back on offense, the Tigers are going to turn the ball over as Zaveski turns it over, and Beauchamp, with a nice defensive play, gets the steal. And Zaveski is going to be called for a foul in the open court as Beauchamp tried to beat him down the floor but was unable to do so. Zaveski picks up his third foul of the game. Engstrom checks back into the game for the Arrows. Number 12, Gavin Moding, comes into the game for C.J. Gainey for the Tigers. Arrows moving the ball really well as Kranz finds a wide open Will Engstrom in the corner for three, and he's able to knock that three-point field goal down. So Kranz is having himself a really good night. Not only shooting, but rebounds and assists, being able to find some open players as well. As Engstrom is the recipient of that nice look from Kranz. Back down the floor for the Tigers. We're going to have a foul on the shot by Jake Olson as Zaveski got another quick look, and he is going to go to the line for two. His first one is no good. Second free throw attempt is good. So Zaveski this second half is 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Arrows back on offense. Olson gives it to Engstrom. Engstrom takes a few dribbles to the left, tries to get something going. Nothing there. Kicks it back out to Beauchamp. Beauchamp moves it to Kranz, who skips it to Rodden. The Arrows working the ball around the perimeter, trying to find something off of away from the ball screen, back cut, whatever they've been doing this entire night that's been working. As Rodden is able to get down and dirty here, he is having himself a game as he sneaks by for a tough left-handed layup as he wiggles by two defenders. Back on defense for the Arrows, Will Engstrom comes up with the defensive rebound. Arrows try to get something back on offense and unable to do so, but the ball is tipped out of bounds by the Tigers. So the Arrows will inbound underneath their own bucket, and a quick inbound pass from Rodden to Beauchamp as Beauchamp is able to finish. That's going to be his fifth field goal of the second half. So Beauchamp is having himself a monster half. Tigers come back down, and this time they don't make the basket, but Zaveski is there for the offensive rebound. He's going to be fouled on the play by Caden Beauchamp. So the Tigers will inbound underneath their own basket. Rabine comes in and gives Beauchamp a well-deserved break. Inbound pass to Zaveski is not going to be able to be controlled as it's just off his fingertips and it goes out of bounds. Coach Budenhagen takes a full timeout as the Arrows will take possession after that. So right now, fans vote for the player of the game. So if you take your phones out and text Arrow TV 908 to 37607. Again, that's Arrow TV 908 to 37607. And we're looking at your vote for player of the game for the Watertown Arrows between Dylan Rodden, Caden Beauchamp, Cohen Kranz, and Jake Olson. So Arrow TV 908 to 37607. And whichever player you feel should be the fan vote player of the game, text the corresponding letter for the name, either A, B, C, or D. A for Jake Olson, B for Cohen Kranz, C for Caden Beauchamp, and D for Dylan Rodden. As votes are already coming in for the players. So if you're tuning in, bust out your smartphones, bust out your dull phones as long as they have text capabilities. Text Arrow TV 908 to 37607 for your Arrow player of the game. Arrows back after the timeout. Cohen Kranz, heavily guarded by Lichty, finds Will Engstrom all the way from the corner. He tries to put up a shot on a reverse layup, which is no good. Engstrom unable to finish. And Tigers come right back down the floor with a three-point field goal by Lichty. Arrows back on offense. Jake Olson at the top. Gives it to Rabine. Rabine moves it to Rodden. And Rodden's going to be fouled by Zaveski. So Zaveski's going to have, I believe, 4 fouls on the night. And that's going to put the Arrows to the free throw line for the bonus, as Marcus Rabine will try for the front end of the 1-and-1. And that first free throw is no good. Rebound goes to Zaveski as the Tigers move quickly down the floor to try to get something moving. And number 40, Dawson Rogers, unguarded, has an easy drive to the lane, and he's able to finish the wide open layup back down the floor. And we're going to have a wrap-up foul quickly by Lichty, which is going to put Jake Olson to the free throw line. That's going to be the 8th team foul of the half. So Olson will go to the line for his 4th free throw attempt of the second half, shooting the front end of the 1-and-1. First free throw is no good off the front of the glass, but the rebound goes right back to Olson. And he kicks the ball out to Rodden, as Rodden had an open look, but he decided not to take the shot and try to take some more time off the clock. And we're going to have a loose ball, which is going to be out of bounds on the Tigers, initially called Tigers ball, but the officials reversed the decision, and the Arrows will retain possession. 27 seconds left on the shot clock. Lob pass to Rabine, gives it down to Olson as the Arrows work the perimeter to try to take as much time off the clock as they can. Rodden, guarded by Davis, gets it to Rabine. Rabine puts the ball on the floor, tries to get something on a drive with 4 seconds left. Ball goes to Engstrom, and right back out to Rabine. Rabine's able to hit the 3 right before the shot clock. So nice play by Engstrom to find a wide open Rabine. But once again, the Huron Tigers come right back down the floor and get a quick 2-point field goal. We're going to have a timeout by the Tigers. It's going to be a 60-second timeout. And if you're trying to vote for your fan vote player of the game, it looks like the voting has stopped. So we'll be getting you the results of that at the end of the ball game. The Arrows will come out of their huddle, take possession of the ball. As Huron's going to apply that full court pressure, and we can probably expect to see it a lot more pressured than what they have been this entire game. Possibly expecting a trap from the Tigers as well. But the Arrows are able to escape that right away as Will Engstrom dribbles all the way down to beat the full court press. So the Arrows will set up in half court and try to take as much time off the clock as they can. But we are going to have a foul called. And number 40, Dawson Rogers, is going to pick up his 4th foul of the game, and Cohen Kranz is going to go to the free throw line to shoot 1-1. As we see Dalton Baumberger and Isaac Redfield come into the game on senior night, while we await Kranz's first attempt at the free throw line. And it is around the rim and in. So Kranz will get his 2nd shot. We're going to see some more substitutions coming in. Brody Torgerson is going to check in for Rawdon. And Peyton Bisker is going to await Kranz's 2nd free throw to see if he's going to get into the game right away or not. 2nd free throw is good. Kranz will head to the bench as Bisker checks in for him. Arrows lead 66-51, just over a minute to play. Tigers let the ball roll up to half court. It's picked up by Lichty. Lichty finds Davis, who gives the ball to Rogers. Rogers drives, and he's going to get fouled on the drive. Tigers not in bonus yet. Isaac Redfield picks up his 1st foul of the game. Lichty to inbound the ball. He finds Davis, who puts up a shot, 3-point shot from the corner, misses the iron. Rebound comes down to Bisker. Arrows escape the pressure. 50 seconds left, and Hesh is going to be fouled on the drive by, it looked like Rogers again. That's going to be his 5th foul of the game, which is going to bring Hesh to the line to shoot the double bonus. CJ Gainey's going to come in for Rogers. First free throw from Hesh is good. Second attempt, good as well. .45 seconds remain. Tigers come back down, put up a quick 3. Davis is able to get that 3 to go. Tigers come right back and get a quick foul. Foul is going to be on Rylan Zaveski. That's also going to be his 5th foul of the game, so he is going to be taking a seat for the remainder of the game, and we're going to see Anderson Porsche come in for him as Brody Torgerson is going to go to the line to shoot 2 for the Arrows. First free throw good. Second attempt for Torgerson is no good. And Lichty comes down with the rebound for the Tigers. Tigers move quickly. Lichty puts up a 3, and that's going to be highly contested but good. So Gavin Modling is able to find Lichty for the 3-point field goal. 20 seconds left. Looks like the Tigers are not going to foul. Down by 12. Isaac Redfield takes the pass, and it's going to be knocked out of his hands by Modling. So with 9 seconds remaining, Arrows will inbound and hold the ball. They are going to take this ball game and improve to 7-10 on the year. The Tigers will move to 7-11 as the Arrows win 69-57. We'll be right back with you for end of the game stats and the Watertown Arrows player of the game.
Marcus Rabine, Jr. My parents are Clint and Tracy Rabine. My favorite Arrow basketball memory was playing in the Target Center. My favorite meal is ribs. My favorite subject in school is math. My favorite pro sports team is the Dallas Cowboys. My favorite TV show is All American. The person I look up to the most is my dad. My favorite professional athlete is Ezekiel Elliott. When I'm not playing basketball, I like to hunt. If I could travel anywhere in the world, I would go to Mexico.
All right, we're back on Watertown Aero activities. End of the game, Watertown Aero 69, the Huron Tigers 57. So for the Tigers, second half, Dylan Lichty with 11 points, Rylan Zaveski 16, Mason Davis 9, Dawson Rogers with 2. Second half point tallies for the Arrows. Jack Hesh, 2 points. Brody Torgensen, 1. Rodden with 8. Beauchamp, 10 in the second half. Kranz, 5. Rabine, 3. Olson, 9. The Watertown Arrows fan vote player of the game is going to go to Dylan Rodden. So fans have spoke. Rodden, the recipient of the player of the game, he finished with 17 points. 5 for 9 from the field, 1 for 1 from the 3, 4 for 4 from the free throw line, 1 assist, 2 rebounds, and only 2 turnovers to go with it. So fan vote, Dylan Rodden, player of the game. He did have a great game, played tough defense, got some nice drives to the paint, and somehow wiggled through a bunch of defenders for some tough contested layups, shot well from the field. He was 56% from the field, 100% from the threes on the 1-for-1, and the free throws 100% as well. Tallies, the Watertown Arrows shot 67% from the free throw line. They were 14 of 21, so 21 more free throws attempted this game as opposed to last game, which the difference in the game, about 14 points or so, and that's how many they made. They finished losing the rebound category, but the turnovers were in favor of them as they appeared to only turn the ball over about 5 times as opposed to the Tigers' 10. Arrows as a team shot 58% from the field, 50% from the three-point line, which was substantially better from their last game, as their total percentage was right around that 30% range. We figured they were going to have to score about the same amount of points as they did last time to beat Huron, which they exceeded by just a couple. So that defensive intensity really picked up a little bit towards the end of the game, after Coach McClemens, had a little pep talk with the team. For a while there, it looked like they maybe were going to let the Tigers back into it, just going back and forth. But they were able to exceed on offense and eventually create them turnovers on defense to allow them to take the victory tonight. So good job by all of the Watertown Aero players. All of them, or most of them that played, were well deserving of the player of the game as well. Next matchup for the Watertown Arrows will be at home against Mitchell tomorrow. That's going to tip off around 6 p.m. And if you're a Huron Tiger fan, looks like they will be making a home appearance against Brandon Valley on the 24th. And the tip-off for that game is scheduled for 7 p.m. So once again, we want to thank everybody for joining us on YouTube with the Watertown Aero Athletics on the Watertown Aero Activities page. I hope you all have a great rest of the evening.